In 2016, a tweet appeared on social media from an unlikely source, Buzz Aldrin, the legendary astronaut who walked on the moon. Just a few cryptic words, but enough to send chills down the spine of anyone who read them. We are all in danger. It is evil itself. The tweet was quickly deleted, but not before thousands captured it and spread it across the internet. What could have driven a man like Aldrin, a symbol of science and courage, to write such a message? The answer lies in the place he had just visited, Antarctica, the coldest, most isolated, and most mysterious continent on Earth. Today we're embarking on a haunting journey, one where ancient pyramids, massive spacecraft, and secret bases might be hidden beneath 2 miles of ice. But before we dive into this enigma, let's explore the eerie landscape of Antarctica and the people who have risked everything to uncover its truths. Antarctica is unlike any other place on the planet. It's the 5th largest continent, 1.6 times the size of the United States and Canada combined. Yet it has no native population, no cities, and no nation claims ownership. Instead, it's governed by the Antarctic Treaty of 1961, making it a land for all, or perhaps a land of secrets. Beneath its 2-mile thick ice sheets, and scientists have discovered astonishing things. Thermally heated cave systems warm enough to feel like summer, with temperatures reaching 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Underground rivers flowing through the continent like the veins of a giant creature, and 91 active volcanoes, more than anywhere else on Earth. But that's not the strangest part. In 2017, a device called ANITA in Antarctica detected cosmic rays not from outer space, but from beneath the Earth, as if the planet's core was sending out cryptic signals. These discoveries shook the scientific community, but for researchers like Dr. Michael Salla, they're just the tip of a much larger iceberg. Michael Salla is one of the central figures in this story. A renowned researcher and author of Antarctica's Hidden History, Salla has spent decades investigating what lies beneath Antarctica's ice. With silver hair, piercing eyes, and a commanding voice, he's not afraid to make bold claims that Nazi Germany built secret bases here in the 1930s, that Antarctica might be the lost civilization of Atlantis, and even that extraterrestrials visited this continent thousands of years ago. Salla isn't the type to stay behind a desk. He collects stories from whistleblowers, analyzes leaked documents and pieces together historical fragments to paint a chilling picture of Antarctica. But he's not the only one drawn into this mystery. Brad Olson, an adventurer and author, is our second key figure. Unlike Salla, who focuses on research, Olson is a man of action. With a backpack slung over his shoulder and a burning determination, he embarked on a 26-day expedition to Antarctica, determined to find what he calls Illuminati Disneyland's secret sites, where giant UFOs, ancient pyramids, and underground bases are rumored to exist. Olson isn't one to give up easily. He visited 6 research stations, interviewed scientists, met with ship captains in Ushuaia, and even studied GPS data from Fitbit and Strava to track strange circular patterns people were making around places like Union Glacier. What drove Olson? Was it curiosity or a gut feeling that Antarctica is hiding a truth that could change humanity? Rewind to the past, and we meet a historical figure, Admiral Richard Byrd, who led Operation High Jump in 1946 to 1947. A massive U.S. naval mission with 800 personnel, but no scientists. Byrd, tall and weathered with a reputation as a fearless explorer, is said to have discovered a giant hole near the South Pole, leading to a hidden world of massive animals and lush vegetation. His diary, though unverified, describes a scene straight out of science fiction. Strange creatures, vibrant plants, and a sense that he'd stumbled upon a secret he wasn't meant to reveal. But his mission ended in failure, with planes lost and the fleet retreating after just 2 months. Did Byrd truly see something extraordinary, or was his story fabricated to conceal a deeper truth? Antarctica doesn't just attract explorers like Byrd or Olson. In 2016, a string of high-profile figures suddenly appeared here, sparking countless questions. John Kerry, then U.S. Secretary of State, visited Antarctica on Election Day, a time when any politician would be expected to stay in Washington. Buzz Aldrin, at 86, left the continent in critical condition, leaving behind his chilling tweet. Patriarch Kirill, leader of the Russian Orthodox Church, claimed he came to bless a small chapel, but who travels thousands of miles for that. There were even rumors that Barack Obama and Prince Harry visited, though unconfirmed. These trips weren't random. What were they searching for? A buried city beneath Lake Vostok, a 3-mile-long spacecraft, or a mysterious object known as the Ark of Gabriel, said to emit energy so powerful it shook Mecca. The context of Antarctica grows darker when we consider the scientific and cultural details. In 2012, Russians drilled through 2 miles of ice to reach Lake Vostok, one of the world's 10 largest freshwater lakes, isolated for millions of years. What they found wasn't just water-unknown bacteria, possibly from an undiscovered fish, and a magnetic anomaly spanning 50 miles, suggesting a city or advanced technological structure. Meanwhile, 3 perfectly symmetrical pyramids matching the size of Giza's were spotted in the Shackleton Range, fueling theories that Antarctica could be Atlantis. Ancient texts, like the Book of Enoch, describe a frozen land with 24-hour burning light and a massive mountain eerily similar to Antarctica's Sentinel Range and Mount Vincent. These details don't just send shivers down the spine. They raise a profound question. Could Antarctica hold the key to humanity's origins? Not everyone is convinced. Scientists at stations like Palmer or McMurdo often dismiss these stories, arguing that the pyramids are merely Nunataks mountains piercing through ice and cosmic rays are natural geological phenomena. Yet the presence of the NSA at McMurdo, with a secretive building no one knows the purpose of and a no-fly zone near the South Pole, heightens the sense that something is being hidden. When Brad Olson asked scientists about Illuminati Disneyland, they laughed and shook their heads. But at Belgrano, too, a biologist shared a chilling tale of a night when the entire station witnessed disks and glowing orbs streaking across the sky. Moments like these make you wonder, is Antarctica truly a lifeless frozen continent? Or is it hiding a truth that could change everything? To understand why Antarctica has become the epicenter of these mysteries, we need to look back at the events that shook this frozen land, from Nazi expeditions in the 1930s to the controversial Operation High Jump led by Admiral Byrd. The first clues from ancient pyramids to massive spacecraft are waiting to be explored, and they'll lead us into a labyrinth of truth and deception. The icy winds howling across Antarctica's thick ice sheets seem to guard secrets buried for thousands of years. From Buzz Aldrin's chilling tweet to Admiral Richard Byrd's tale of a giant hole, this frozen continent whispers truths no one dares speak aloud. But to understand why Antarctica is the heart of such mysteries, we need to dig into the events that rocked this land, from daring Nazi expeditions to a failed U.S. military operation, and scientific discoveries that stunned the world. Strange clues from ancient pyramids to cosmic rays emanating from the Earth's core will guide us into a maze of truth and speculation. And at the center of that maze lies a haunting question: what's hidden beneath the ice, and why does it matter so much? Let's start with one of the strangest chapters in Antarctica's history: the Nazi expeditions of the late 1930s. In 1938, as the world teetered on the brink of World War II, Nazi Germany poured massive resources into exploring Antarctica. Under Adolf Hitler's orders, ships were sent to this frozen land, claiming a vast region called Neuschwabenland, or New Swabia. They didn't stop at planting flags. Historical records show the Nazis used advanced U-boat submarines, particularly the U-boat Wem, capable of staying submerged for weeks. These vessels are believed to have navigated underground rivers beneath the ice, reaching a place later known as Base 211, or New Berlin. According to Dr. Michael Sala, This base wasn't just a research outpost, but a secret fortress where the Nazis tested advanced technology possibly derived from UFO crashes in Black Forest in Italy. Why choose Antarctica, a harsh and remote place? Did they know something the rest of the world hadn't yet discovered? The story grows more dramatic in 1946, when Admiral Richard Byrd led Operation High Jump, a U.S. naval mission of unprecedented scale. With 800 personnel, an aircraft carrier, and dozens of planes, it was billed as a scientific expedition. But here's the odd part: there were no scientists on board. Instead, the force was armed as if preparing for war. Reports suggest Byrd was tasked by President Roosevelt to locate Nazi bases in Antarctica suspected of violating the Monroe Doctrine. But what happened next remains a mystery. Just 2 months in Operation High Jump abruptly ended. Several planes vanished, at least one ship was left behind, and the fleet retreated in silence. In a rare interview with a Chilean newspaper on his way back, Byrd said something that shocked the world. "We're facing an enemy that can fly from pole to pole in hours." In 1947, no aircraft on Earth could do that. Did Byrd encounter Nazi technology or something entirely non-human? Byrd's diary, though unverified, adds an eerie layer. He describes a flight over Antarctica where his plane passed through a giant hole near the South Pole, leading to a hidden world below. There he saw lush forests, massive animals, and strange plants, as if he'd stumbled into another planet. Byrd wrote of feeling both awe and fear, sensing he'd touched a secret he wasn't meant to know. But upon returning, he was allegedly ordered to stay silent, and his diary surfaced only years after his death. Is this the truth, or a tale spun to divert attention? The question lingers, setting the stage for what unfolded decades later. Fast forward to 2016, and Antarctica again grabbed headlines when a slew of powerful figures appeared there. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry visited on Election Day, a time when he'd be expected in Washington. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin, at 86, left in critical condition, posting his haunting tweet: "We are all in danger. It is evil itself." Patriarch Kirill, leader of the Russian Orthodox Church, claimed he came to bless a tiny chapel, but a thousands-mile journey for that seems dubious. Rumors even swirled that Barack Obama and Prince Harry visited, though unconfirmed. These trips coincided with a troubling phenomenon. Ice in West Antarctica was melting 3 times faster than a decade earlier. Scientists blamed climate change, but another discovery twisted the tale. 91 new volcanoes were found, making Antarctica the world's most volcanically active continent. Are these volcanoes melting the ice, or is another force at work? Meanwhile, 2017 brought scientific breakthroughs that shook the research community. Australian scientists revealed a network of thermally heated caves beneath Antarctica's 2-mile ice sheets, with temperatures reaching 77 degrees Fahrenheit, capable of sustaining life. These caves, warmed by hidden volcanoes, stretch across West Antarctica. They also found underground rivers flowing like a secret network, but the most chilling discovery came from ANITA, a cosmic ray detector. Designed to capture rays from space in 2017, it recorded an inexplicable phenomenon: cosmic rays coming from beneath the Earth. Mainstream scientists call them non-standard physics particles, but Sala proposed a bolder theory: the Earth's core is generating plasma eruptions akin to solar flares, and these rays signal a massive energy source within the planet. If true, this could tie to what the Nazis found, or why figures like Kerry and Aldrin came here. The clues don't stop there. At Lake Vostok, one of the world's 10 largest freshwater lakes, buried under 2 miles of ice, Russians drilled through in 2012 and 2016. What they found stunned the world: unknown bacteria, possibly from an undiscovered fish, and a 50-mile-wide magnetic anomaly. Data suggested the area held metals and alloys, hinting at an ancient city or advanced structure. Sala and researchers like Richard Hoagland believe this is evidence of a forgotten civilization, possibly Atlantis. But shortly after NASA canceled plans to send robotic probes to Vostok, citing environmental concerns. Did they uncover something too dangerous to reveal? Another clue came from GPS data, specifically Fitbit and Strava fitness trackers no one expected to play a role. Around 2016, a data leak showed people in Antarctica moving in odd patterns, circles or rectangles around sites like Union Glacier and Ross Ice Shelf. Brad Olson, during his expedition, studied this data and found people seemed to be circling something, perhaps a secret base or a 3-mile-long spacecraft dubbed Nina Pinta or Santa Maria by intelligence agencies. Olson even found an airstrip near Union Glacier where people rode snowmobiles to a specific spot, forming a rectangular path. These patterns aren't random. They suggest something is being protected or excavated. The story grows eerier with a report from Belgrano 2, an Argentine research station. In late 2016, a biologist there recounted a terrifying night the station was roused by strange lights in the sky. Rushing outside, they saw discs and glowing orbs streaking past at impossible speeds. No sound, no collision, just chilling silence. Rumors of the sighting spread among stations, but no one spoke publicly. The biologist, still shaken, said it was the first time he felt Antarctica wasn't just a continent, but something else. A place humans don't truly belong. Perhaps the most haunting clue is the 3 pyramids found in the Shackleton Range. These perfectly symmetrical structures, matching Giza's pyramids in size, don't resemble natural mountains. Scientists call them nunataks, mountains piercing ice, but their 4-sided shape, precise alignment, and location suggest an ancient civilization. Sala links them to Atlantis, while others like Stephen Ben Nun cite the Book of Enoch, describing a frozen land with massive mountains and 24-hour burning light. A match for Antarctica in summer. Are these pyramids remnants of a lost civilization? Or do they serve a mysterious purpose, like an energy source or a stabilizer for Earth after pole shifts? One final clue worth noting is the Ark of Gabriel, or Holy Grail. Reports claim that in 2015, an object emitting powerful energy was found in Saudi Arabia, disrupting Mecca. Unable to control it, the Saudis asked Russia to transport it to a former Nazi base in Neuschwabenland. Patriarch Kirill's 2016 visit may have been to oversee its storage. If true, the Ark could be key to understanding Antarctica's events, an ancient energy source or extraterrestrial technology. These events and clues lead to several theories, each compelling and terrifying. First, the Nazis may have built a secret base in Antarctica, using UFO tech from crashed ships. Their expeditions and high jumps failures support this, but a lack of physical evidence keeps it speculative. Second, Antarctica could be Atlantis, with Shackleton's pyramids and Vostok's anomaly as proof. Ancient texts bolster this, but scientists remain skeptical. Third, extraterrestrials may have used Antarctica, leaving spacecraft behind. Belgrano 2 sightings and Aldrin's tweet make this hard to dismiss, though no clear images exist. Fourth, governments, especially the US and Russia, might be hiding the truth to maintain power. The NSA's presence, no-fly zones, and high-profile visits are troubling signs. Finally, it could all be natural volcanoes, geology, and scientific misinterpretation. But if so, why the no-fly zone? And why the silence from scientists? Personally, I can't shake the feeling that Antarctica hides a truth bigger than we've been told. Cosmic rays from the Earth pyramids in the ice and Carrie's visit aren't coincidences. Some force, human or otherwise, seems to be guarding the story. But to understand who's behind it and why they've failed to uncover the truth, we need to explore the challenging investigations of people like Brad Olson and Michael Sala. What they found and what they couldn't reach will send shivers down your spine. The eerie clues from ancient pyramids to cosmic rays bursting from the Earth have painted a haunting yet elusive picture of Antarctica's secrets. Are these traces of a lost civilization, extraterrestrial technology, or merely imagination fueled by whispered tales? To find out, people like Brad Olson, Michael Sala, and a small group of dedicated researchers have embarked on a daunting investigation, facing stonewalling scientists, mysterious no-fly zones, and risks they couldn't foresee. But their journey isn't just about finding answers. It's a fight against forces that seem determined to keep Antarctica's secrets buried forever. In this part, we'll follow these explorers, uncovering what they discovered, confronting what they couldn't touch, and revealing new clues that deepen the mystery even further. Brad Olson kicks off this bold quest with a hands-on expedition. In late 2016, armed with relentless curiosity and a backpack full of hope, Olson boarded a sailboat named Chief One in Ushuaia, Argentina, a renowned starting point for Antarctic voyages. His 26-day journey was no vacation. Olson had a clear goal to locate what he dubbed Illuminati Disneyland secret sites, where massive UFOs, underground bases, or ancient ruins might be hidden. With GPS data from Fitbit and Strava showing strange circular movements around places like Union Glacier and Ross Ice Shelf, Olson believed he could pinpoint these locations. But Antarctica is no easy place to navigate. Larger than the US and Canada combined, its howling winds and 2-mile-thick ice sheets conceal anything below. Olson knew he was tackling a near-impossible mission. Throughout his trip, Olson visited 6 research stations, including the US-run Palmer, Argentina's Belgrano II, and McMurdo, the largest in Antarctica. At each, he asked pointed questions. Have you heard about a 3-mile-long spacecraft? Has anyone seen the pyramids in the Shackleton Range? But responses were often headshakes or polite smiles. The scientists here, mostly biologists and climatologists, focused on studying icefish penguins or melting glaciers. They seemed unaware or unwilling to discuss the mysteries Olson was chasing. Yet, at Belgrano, 2-1 biologists stopped him cold. With a voice trembling, the man recalled a terrifying night in late 2016, when the station was roused by strange lights in the sky. We ran outside and saw these discs, these glowing orbs. He said his eyes still haunted. They moved silently like they didn't belong to this world. This unrecorded report was one of the few clues Olson gathered, and it fueled his conviction that Antarctica was hiding something extraordinary. Olson also sought out ship captains and Ushuaia veterans who'd spent decades ferrying passengers and scientists to Antarctica. At a New Year's Eve party at the yacht club, he met a seasoned captain who'd sailed through Neuschwabenland. The captain mentioned searching for small darts dropped by Nazis to mark territory, but found nothing unusual. Antarctica's too vast, he said, sipping a beer. If something's hidden, you'd need more than luck to find it. Yet, he confirmed that some areas, particularly near the South Pole, were in no-fly zones, a detail that sent chills through Olson. Why would a continent with no owners have restricted zones? While Olson tackled the mysteries on the ground, Michael Sala approached them from a scholarly angle. From his desk, Sala amassed reports from scientific studies to accounts by whistleblowers like Corey Good, who claimed to have been taken to Antarctica to witness excavations of ancient ruins beneath a mile of ice. Good described megalithic structures, massive stone blocks like those in Egypt, alongside frozen remains of woolly mammoths, giant sloths, and even 12-foot-tall humanoids with elongated skulls dressed in pharaoh-like garments. Sala argued these findings point to a lost advanced civilization, possibly Atlantis. But Good's story lacks physical evidence, and many dismiss it as fantasy. Undaunted Sala kept connecting dots from the Book of Enoch, describing a frozen land with 24-hour burning light, to ancient maps like Piri Reis, showing an ice-free Antarctica thousands of years ago. One of Sala's key efforts was analyzing the 2017 scientific discoveries when Australian researchers revealed thermally heated caves under Antarctica's ice warmed to 77 degrees Fahrenheit by 91 active volcanoes capable of sustaining life. Sala posits these caves were perfect for Nazi secret bases like Base 211, or an ancient civilization's stronghold. He also focused on Anita's detection of cosmic rays from the Earth's core, suggesting a massive energy source akin to solar plasma eruptions. But mainstream science rejects his ideas, labeling the rays non-standard physics particles and Shackleton's pyramids as nunataks. This skepticism made Sala's work feel like a battle, but he pressed on, convinced the truth was near. Both Olson and Sala faced a shared obstacle: concealment. Google Earth, which Olson used to hunt for anomalies, often blurs sensitive areas in Antarctica with white rectangles or fuzzy images. For instance, when Olson examined a site near the Konyan base in Neuschwabenland, he saw a strange structure, possibly a spacecraft, in 2016 images, but by 2018, it was completely obscured. This led Olson to suspect an organized cover-up. Similarly, Sala noted that after the magnetic anomaly was found at Lake Vostok in 1990, NASA abruptly canceled its robotic probe plans, citing environmental reasons. What's behind this? Could the NSA, with its secretive building at McMurdo, be monitoring and suppressing information? A new clue deepened the mystery: the Ark of Gabriel. Reports claim it was found in Saudi Arabia in 2015, emitting energy so intense it disrupted Mecca. Unable to manage it, the Saudis asked Russia to move it to a former Nazi base in Neuschwabenland. Patriarch Kirill's 2016 visit may have been to oversee its storage. Sala believes the Ark could be an ancient power source linked to cosmic rays or Vostok's anomaly. But when Olson asked scientists and captains about it, no one knew anything. They're just seasonal workers, Olson said, frustrated. They study fish, not UFOs or holy grails. This silence heightened the sense that only a select few, perhaps the NSA, governments, or something more elusive, know the truth. These efforts lead to additional theories. First, the Nazis may have left a technological legacy in Antarctica, now controlled by modern governments. High Jump's failure and NSA's presence support this, but no concrete evidence exists. Second, Antarctica could house an ancient civilization with the Ark as a key to its technology. Vostok and Shackleton findings make this tantalizing, but mainstream science dismisses it. Third, aliens might be monitoring Antarctica. Belgrano 2 sightings are compelling, but no clear images exist. Finally, it could be a cover-up to hide a world-changing discovery. No fly zones and scientists' silence are troubling signs. Personally, I can't shake the sense that Antarctica is a puzzle we're only just beginning to understand. Olson and Sala's efforts, though thwarted by opacity and barriers, reveal enough from strange lights at Belgrano 2 to the Ark to shake our view of Antarctica. These discoveries didn't just impact researchers. They've rippled globally, sparking curiosity, fear, and questions we can't answer. The public's response, the media's role, and the lasting impact of this enigma will shape how we view Antarctica, as we'll explore next. The relentless quests of Brad Olson and Michael Sala to unravel Antarctica's secrets have opened a labyrinth of questions and theories. From strange lights at Belgrano 2 to tales of the Ark of Gabriel buried in Neuschwabenland. Their findings haven't stayed confined to research stations or leaked documents. They've spread outward, igniting curiosity, fear, and debate worldwide. Antarctica, once a symbol of frozen desolation, has become an emblem of hidden truths, prompting people to question history, science, and even humanity's essence. In this part, we'll explore how these mysteries have impacted communities, from scientists at research stations to conspiracy theorists online, and how media has shaped our perceptions. But more than that, unexpected connections to ancient texts and new clues will deepen the mystery, bringing us closer to a truth that might change everything. The Antarctic story of Antarctica isn't just a scientific enigma. It's become a cultural phenomenon, shaking the core of those who encounters it. At stations like Palmer, Belgrano II, and McMurdo, scientists often scoff at the tales Olson and Sala pursue. They spend sunlit Antarctic summers studying icefish penguins or melting glaciers, viewing Antarctica as a giant lab, not a haven for aliens or Atlantis. But not everyone stays calm. The Belgrano biologist who saw discs and glowing orbs in late 2016 was forever changed. I thought it was all nonsense, he told Olson, voice shaking. But after that night, I'm not sure what I know anymore. His story spread among stations, a lingering whisper, but no one dared speak openly. The silence, a mix of skepticism and fear, has built an invisible wall blocking the truth from reaching the public. Meanwhile, researchers like Sala Olson and Corey Good have led a different charge, bringing Antarctica's mysteries into the open. Sala's Antarctica's Hidden History has made Antarctica a hot topic in conspiracy circles. He hosts seminars, appears on Coast to Coast AM, dissecting everything from Anita's cosmic rays to Shackleton's pyramids. Antarctica isn't just a continent, he declared in a Sala lecture. It's the key to our origins and what lies ahead. Olson, more hands-on, shares his 26-day expedition through books, Google Earth, images and conference talks highlighting Fitbit Strava data showing odd circles around sites like Union Glacier. Someone's hiding something, he said, eyes unwavering. His account resonates with those eager for truth. Good though controversial claims, he saw ancient excavations under Antarctic ice. Megalithic megafauna mammoth bones and 12-foot humanoids in pharaoh-like garb. Lacking proof, his tale sparks imaginations, making people wonder if Antarctica holds a lost civilization's legacy. Media has played a massive role in amplifying this mystery. Shows like Ancient Aliens have brought Shackleton's pyramids and Atlantis theories to millions, with Sala reenacting scenes of buried ruins under eerie music and icy visuals. These programs, though criticized for lacking rigor, captivate audiences craving evidence of ancient civilizations. Social media adds fuel. Aldrin's tweet, though deleted, went viral on Reddit and Twitter, becoming a symbol of cover-up. Fitbit data leaked around 2018 furthered curiosity. Amateur sleuths scoured Google Earth for Union Glacier only to find blurred areas. What's Google hiding? A Reddit user asked, posting a fuzzy image of a structure near Conan Base. This question echoes across conspiracy communities. Public reaction goes beyond curiosity tinged with fear and distrust. Oh, the Antarctica, once distant, is now likened to Area 51, a place where governments hide alien truths. Online forums buzz with theories. Antarctica is a Nazi stronghold Atlantis, or an alien monitoring post. Some link it to global events like climate change or pole shifts. If Antarctica is Atlantis, a Twitter user wrote, "Melting ice might signal doom. This fear is bolstered by science. West Antarctic ice is melting 3 times faster, revealing potential ruins or spacecraft. And 91 volcanoes make Antarctica the most volcanically active continent." These dry facts fuel horror tales, leaving people wondering if humanity's nearing a truth too vast to grasp. The long-term impact transcends Antarctica itself, reshaping views on science and government. The 1961 Antarctic Treaty, declaring it a shared land for research, is now questioned. The NSA's secretive building at McMurdo and no-fly zones spark transparency debates. If it's everyone's, why don't we know everything? A blogger demanded. The mystery has revived interest in ancient history. Texts like the Book of Enoch, describing a frozen land with 24-hour light akin to Mount Vincent, and maps like Piri Reis, showing an ice-free Antarctica, are hot topics. These suggest fallen angels or aliens once visited, as some ancient texts claim. An unexpected link deepens the enigma, the Ark of Gabriel. Found in Saudi Arabia in 2015, it reportedly emitted energy so intense it shook Mecca. The Saudis, unable to control it, asked Russia to move it to a Nazi base in Neuschwabenland. Kirill's 2016 visit may have been to oversee its storage. Sala believes the Ark could be an ancient power source tied to cosmic rays or Vostok's anomaly. If so, it might unlock Antarctica's secrets, not just a relic, but a technology that could change the world. Yet Olsen's queries to scientists and captains yielded nothing. No one knew anything he said exasperated, or they're told not to speak. Another clue emerged from Lake Vostok, where Russians drilled through 2 miles of ice in 2012 and 2016. Beyond unknown bacteria, they found a 50-mile magnetic anomaly suggesting an ancient city or tech structure. But NASA canceled probes, and Russian scientists clammed up. Sala suspects they found something too dangerous, perhaps Nephilim traces or a buried spacecraft. This, with Belgrano 2's UFOs and Union Glacier's GPS data, fuels speculation that Antarctica is a vault of secrets guarded by powerful forces. These reactions and clues suggest a new theory: Antarctica may be a nexus of ancient history and modern tech. The Ark, Shackleton's pyramids, and Vostok's anomaly could be a lost civilization's legacy, exploited by governments like the US and Russia. The NSA and no-fly zones hint at cover-up. But this raises, is humanity ready for the truth, or will we stay in the dark? Personally, I believe Antarctica reminds us we're still strangers to ourselves. What's beneath the ice isn't just relics or tech. It's part of humanity's story, and hiding it betrays us all. But with all these reactions, clues, and debates, Antarctica's mystery remains unsolved. The big questions linger: are the Shackleton pyramids? Atlantis? What's the Ark? And why was it brought here? Why did Aldrin, Carey, and Kirill risk this harsh land? To grasp the full meaning, we must revisit the entire tale, face the enigma's remnants, and ask what waits beneath the ice. The strange lights over Belgrano, too. The tale of the Ark of Gabriel, hidden in Neuschwabenland, and the mysterious pyramids in the Shackleton Range have transformed Antarctica from a frozen wasteland into a labyrinth of mystery and fear. Through Brad Olsen's and Michael Sala's quests and clues, from cosmic rays to GPS data, we've touched a truth that seems larger than imagination. Antarctica might hold the key to humanity's origins or harbor secrets that could reshape the world. But after all the efforts, questions, and sweat spilled on its icy slopes, we still face a wall of silence and doubt. In this final part, we'll reflect on the entire story, confront the enigma's remnants, and ask, could the truth be waiting for someone brave enough to find it, or will it stay buried forever under 2 miles of ice? And most importantly, what do you think is really happening in Antarctica? Let's recap what we've uncovered. The story began in the 1930s, when Nazi Germany poured resources into exploring Antarctica, establishing Neuschwabenland and a secret base called Base 211. They used advanced U-boats to navigate underground rivers, possibly exploiting tech from UFO crashes in Black Forest in Italy. But the tale didn't end there. In 1946, Admiral Richard Byrd led Operation High Jump, a massive military mission that failed spectacularly after 2 months losing planes and prompting Byrd's odd claim of an enemy that can fly from pole to pole in hours. His diary, unverified, described a giant hole near the South Pole, leading to a hidden world of massive flora and fauna, as if Antarctica were a gateway to another realm. These events, decades apart, laid the foundation for later mysteries. By 2016, Antarctica drew global eyes again, as figures like John Kerry Buzz Aldrin and Patriarch Kirill appeared. Aldrin's chilling tweet, "We are all in danger. It is evil itself," and rumors of the Ark of Gabriel moved from Saudi Arabia by Russia, fueled speculation they sought something beyond climate research. Meanwhile, 2017 scientific breakthroughs shook researchers' thermally heated caves at 77 degrees Fahrenheit, 91 active volcanoes, and cosmic rays from Earth's core via ANITA. Lake Vostok's unknown bacteria and 50-mile magnetic anomaly hinted at an ancient city or tech structure. The three symmetrical pyramids in the Shackleton Range matching Giza's sparked theories of Atlantis, the mythical lost civilization. Brad Olson and Michael Sala dove into these mysteries with daunting investigations. Olson's 26-day expedition across 6 stations yielded clues like the Belgrano 2 UFO sighting and GPS data showing circles around sites like Union Glacier. Sala, through research, tied scientific finds to ancient texts like the Book of Enoch and maps like Piri Reis, arguing Antarctica was a hub for an advanced civilization or alien base. But both hit walls. Scientists silence no-fly zones near the South Pole and Google Earth's blurred areas. The NSA's secretive building at McMurdo deepen the sense that a greater force controls the narrative. These efforts rippled outward, sparking curiosity and fear globally. Shows like Ancient Aliens, Aldrin's Tweet, and Fitbit Strava data made Antarctica an icon of concealment akin to Area 51. The public questions the 1961 Antarctic Treaty, which calls it a shared land, yet allows restricted zones. Online forums hum with theories Nazi stronghold Atlantis or alien outpost. Fear grows as West Antarctic ice melts 3 times faster, possibly exposing ruins or spacecraft. Yet, despite this attention, clear answers elude us. Is Antarctica truly key to our past, or a tale inflated by imagination? The unanswered questions make this mystery haunting. Are Shackleton's pyramids an ancient civilization's work, or natural mountains? Is Vostok's anomaly a city or geological quirk? Does the 3-mile spacecraft Olson sought called Nina Pinta or Santa Maria exist, or is it rumor? What's the Ark of Gabriel? An ancient tech or alien weapon? Why did Carrie Aldrin and Kirill brave this harsh land? Did they see something that terrified Aldrin, or is it part of a larger cover-up? And what is the no-fly zone near the South Pole where birds saw a whole hide? These aren't just about Antarctica. They're about truth's nature and what humanity's ready to face. Personally, I can't shake the sense that Antarctica reminds us of our limits. This continent, with its thick ice and buried secrets, challenges us to look beyond what we're taught. I believe a greater truth awaits, maybe Atlantis alien tech, or a history we're not ready to rewrite. But scientists' silence, Google's obfuscation, and NSA's presence suggest someone doesn't want us to know. This makes me wonder, is the truth worth the risk? Or should we let it be? For Olson, Sala, and the others, the answer's clear. They'll keep searching no matter the cost. But for the rest of us, it hangs like a chill wind through the ice. This isn't just a tale of UFOs or tech. It's about humans' curiosity, fear, and a thirst for knowledge. Antarctica reminds us the world's full of unknowns, and sometimes that the greatest mysteries lie not in the stars, but beneath us. Whether it's an alien refuge, Nazi legacy, or frozen land, it's changed how we see ourselves. That's perhaps the enigma's greatest impact, not answers, but truths it forces us to face. Now I want your thoughts. What's hidden under Antarctica's ice Atlantis with ancient pyramids and lost tech? A Nazi stronghold still operating in shadows, or something else, extraterrestrial or otherwise? Why was Aldrin so scared? Drop your theories in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And maybe together we'll get closer to the truth. Stay tuned for more mysteries, because as Antarctica shows us, the world's full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Who knows, maybe the truth's out there under the frozen ice, waiting for someone brave enough to find it.